You? Are we live? It looks like we live. Hold up. I gotta change a couple things. There we go. And I think we are live, ladies and gentlemen. For everybody coming into the building, those new to the stream, let me tell you how this... And for those who are watching on the playback. For the first 30 minutes or so, I'm going to do training with Sakura, but while we do that, we can speak about all the music and any questions that you have for me. After that 30 minutes, I'm going to jump into the matches and I'm going to get mad quiet because I'm going to focus. I am so close to 12,000 points, which is the next level up, which I'm excited for. But what's good with everybody, man? Yes, indeed. Mostly I want to talk about, as a post-show, hip-hop stocks came out today. I hope everybody that watched it and those who are soon to watch it will enjoy it. It took some time to do, but completely worthwhile. A lot of good information and a lot of updates on news and things of that nature. As what was we talking about? We was talking about how Blueface won his boxing exhibition. For those of you who missed it, that was very interesting of a fight. Like, Blueface came to win, bro. It's hard to go against a guy who had the height, the weight, and the reach advantage. And honestly, Blueface just always looks to be like the guy who actually can fight out here. But when you watch him fight in the you can tell he's not a boxer. You can tell he's a brawler who knew how to fight from the hood, and I respect it because celebrity boxing, that's all you really need. Like, ain't nobody really boxes in celebrity boxing. Like, everybody wants to take down Logan Paul and all of them, but the thing is, they started taking this seriously. They've been training. They've been literally trying to get boxing careers. So, much like how I know how to fight in Street Fighter, like, I'm sure there's a bunch of people who used to play Street Fighter 2, who used to play Street Fighter 4, who are actually pretty decent at the game. I mean, not decent, who actually know how to brawl in Street Fighter. But yet, when you come up against me, it's not about brawling, bro. It's not about, you know, what character that you use, how hard you can mash, how badly you want to win. When you fight against me, you better know the game, because I know the game. I know the loopholes. I know exactly how to fight against everybody in the cast and fight against anybody, like any common strategies that people use. Like, I know how to do these combos while speaking to people. I know how to get the most out of my character on how I like to play. And this is what you must become if you're going to become a professional at anything. And that includes boxing. And it seems as though the Paul brothers are trying to become professional at the boxing. Well, semi-pro professional at boxing. And if Blueface is going to challenge these guys who's had years at trying to become semi-pro boxing like individuals, he can get washed. The threat is real. He needs to be super serious with this. Just like how I am super serious, like how when it's time for me to like quit chatting with people and really focus on the matches, that's why I do that. because I know there's other people that take this super seriously as well, and they will wash me if I'm not having 100% focus. That's what Blueface is. But like after watching the fight and the dude that ran up in there like thinking that he can get a cheap shot on Blueface or something, and him catching like some haymakers, bro, like that was very entertaining. I think this is like the most entertaining element of Blueface's entire career at this point. And I want to see Blueface succeed at this. Not necessarily rap, because yeah, he's terrible. Everybody acknowledges that he's terrible, but I really don't think that he's not a serious person to get success to where he's at. Like, I think he's deserving of his success in this era that we're in, because we're in an era where nobody even cares about quality music. So I give Blueface respect, man, for what he did on that boxing match. But if you want to do this more seriously, that's kind of what you want to do before you get to Paul. Now, I do hate how people are making like the Paul brothers into being like the Mike Tyson Punch-Out final bosses or something. Like, these dudes, they can't fight. Floyd Mayweather showed and exposed this, because I mean, I do believe Floyd didn't have the reach nor the weight or any advantage, but yet he knows boxing. He's the champ for a reason. He was dominant. He should have knocked him out. But it looked like Floyd caught the check, the extra check. Like, I can't embarrass these people because they're trying to become something more. So let me not knock them out, because they're offering me more money than I got in most fights, most celebrity fights that I came across for a while. So let me not burn this bridge. It might have been written in the contract that he can't knock him out. Who knows about these? These are not professional fights where literally win or lose determines how much money you're making. It's celebrity fights. You don't want to embarrass your opponent because that may cost you money in the long run. That's the way that I see that last fight to be like. But I don't think a Logan Paul versus Blueface would actually go in that direction. I think this would be a true fight. And the Paul brothers are going to have to actually prove that they are about something, which they, no matter how much practice they had, they could still fall short here. It'll be very interesting. What's good? What's good? Oh, I appreciate you. Cool. And yes, Royce and the Royce versus Lupe, that joint was sad. Like, I had so many more expectations out of Royce the 5'9" over Lupe Fiasco. Like, I didn't think that he would actually beat Lupe, but I didn't think he'd get washed. I thought that he would actually rap. I thought he would like actually stand a chance at least, but the way that the direction that he went with it was the dumbest way that you could go at a battle against Lupe. Because Lupe, I mean, I don't like him, but he is far superior of a rapper to most. Now, given he thinks he's way smarter than what he actually is, when he's not, like, he's a geek. And geeks are usually good at whatever they put their mind to. So I give him respect there, but a smart man doesn't go against his people. For some people that are actively against you, That's not the trademark of a smart person, but that is what he does. So therefore, he thinks he's smarter than what he really is, and he can get beat because of this. All of his balls, everything that he goes at, he can get washed by Royce the 5'9" if he strategically comes about it in his. But the problem is Royce the 5'9" didn't go with Lupe's strength. Lupe, if you go against anybody in the strengths, then you probably will lose if you're going against somebody that is of a certain caliber. If he equals or if not better than you at his strengths, then he can beat you. And that's really what happened here. Like, it's like, for example, if I with Sakura play against Zangief and all I do is fight Zangief right in his face all match, I'm going to get command grabbed. Why? Because that's where Zangief is the best. Zangief is the best at like getting close, command grabbing, being dominant, because the amount of damage and the advantages within his techniques, all of that is really ridiculous. Like, Sakura, just as a base character, has no chance at that. But yet, I can offset that by playing my style, which is, I don't play keep away, but I play neutral. I keep Zangief at a decent range so I can throw a fireball and he can't jump in on me. If he jumps in from this range, from right here, then I can react from my fireball and do crouching fist and knock him out of it. Or I can fake him out and hit him with the up fireball, follow up with a dragon punch, and if I do that, I can go into ultra. I turn the tide of the battle based on my strength. And the thing is, if I can get in at Zangief at this range, with me being at advantage, it offsets the fact that he's advantage at this range, because Sakura is dominant rush down. And if I have the advantage, I will not get command grabbed. Therefore, I turned his strengths into my strength. Like, this is how all battles are run. All battles are won. You feel me? I'm glad your critics to leaders Lupe music and his stance. Did you listen to the Drogas album? I thought he made a girlfriend recently. Oh yeah, I listened to Drogas and I reviewed it too. Like, certain parts of Drogas was cool too, man. Like, I believe that was the album where it had the on the cover, it was not a medallion, but it was a piece of what was currency back in slave days, in which that was how much one person was actually worth, as that's what he put on the joint. And that's at the moment when I thought he was more conscious than what he actually was, but then I began to delve deeper into who he was mentally as time progressed on and all of that stuff. But I felt Drogas had a couple pretty solid songs on there, man, like that I still have on the playlist today. I mean, just because I don't agree with a person's mentality and things like that doesn't mean I can't enjoy their music. Like, I don't like at all Doja Cat. Doja Cat going into questionable rooms, saying things to black people, her whole issues with black people, like everything that she's done. She is not one that I want to support. But yet, I can't deny that her music is good though. Like, it's hard to deny that she's solid. Just like Lupe Fiasco. I mean, as much as I disagree and dislike his stances on things, you cannot deny that Food and Liquor was fire. You can't deny that he has the potential of dropping a solid album every time out the gate because he is lyrically dominant out here. I mean, he's not as dominant as he once was. Like, I feel as though Lupe's time in the sun is over. Like, this whole battle with Royce da 5'9", this is more of like a versus without the verses, how it feels to me. Like how versus is really just a bunch of washed up rappers coming together to try to get a little more shine off of the catalog that they had before in the past. Lupe is borderline there. Well, Lupe is pretty much there. He's done. Like, the music industry has moved on. Like, when you begin to talk more about the great hits that you had in the past, like how he's saying in his diss battle how he made a classic project and he came through and followed through with the joint. When that's all you got instead of making the new ones, then you're washed up with everybody right there on the verses. So, and that's really why I wasn't on the on this battle from the jump. Because both of these individuals are pretty much washed up. Like, the music industry has moved on, but people won't move on from them because, hey, it's Lupe and Royce, man. Who doesn't like Lupe and Royce's music from before in the day? Like, I really just think Lupe Fiasco needs to man up and quit being a grown little child who thinks he's smarter than everybody when you not. Quit being on white supremacy side. But I mean, he's so far ingrained with that, man, that I don't think that's ever going to happen. Like, to be real with you, the vast majority of rappers who ever succeed in the music industry, we talking 90%, if not more, they all got there because they will say and do anything for the powers that be, for the record labels. When they tell them, oh, you need to go ahead and dance. You need to tap dance for white people. You need to go ahead and spread this propaganda about shooting people. You need to spread this propaganda about why the jab is ultimately the most important thing in life, even though they said that the jab was going to work the first time. But then after the first time, it became, you're going to have to take multiples. Then after multiples, it's like, oh, now you're going to have to take them every year. Oh, now that you got to take them every year, now there's a new variant that came out that's going through these jabs. So therefore, oh, you should still take it, but yet you got to still wear your mask because you never always force its way through. Like, that it's not working. But someone smart like Lupe cannot see the obviousness of the writing that's on the wall. And you know, the real deal is, I wish this stuff would actually work. But history has shown us, and how things have been moving, it's not working. And history has shown it to all people that they will give us anything regardless of the long-term ramifications, and just say, oh, you're gonna have to deal with it, bro. Like, they did not test these things for long-term usage. Like, no one knows what this in your body is going to do in a year, because they only tested it for up to, 30 days after they made it, 30, 60 days after they made it. So I'm just supposed to be on the limb that, long-term things cannot happen. Like, maybe if I see after a year or two that things haven't happened to people that wasn't foreseen, then maybe I'll be cool with it. Like, I think it's a great idea in theory. Like, the science behind it is a good idea in theory. But when you rush it without actually knowing what's going to happen, and you give it to the masses, what's going to happen? Nobody knows. What if it takes away your ability to have kids? Serious question. Nobody knows. What if it just disregards the Bears virus? What if it just disregards it? Like, it didn't matter that you got it. Like, it just got so strong that it goes through, and you just took this risk. Wow, I didn't know that his father worked for Bill Gates. Now that puts a lot of things into perspective, doesn't it? That's a fact. I mean, now, okay. How much actual evidence do we have of complete negative intent? I'm sure there's a lot, because Gates is a horrible individual. But they are definitely using, like, it's clear as day that we are the test subjects. And hopefully it works out. Like, I want it to work out, but I ain't nobody's guinea pig. I ain't nobody's test subject. You feel me? Like, give me the end. Like, give me everything at the end when it's right. Like, I don't want the PlayStation 5 when you're still testing and it's overheating and the memory doesn't work and nobody knows what games are actually coming out. Like, no, give me the PlayStation 5 when you have all of the rollout games, when it's already proven to be the best on the market. That's when I want the PlayStation 5. I don't want the PlayStation 5 when it's buggy and you get Ring of Death and you end up blowing all your money. You end up blowing all your money on something that was never going to work to begin with. What sense does that make? Now, because y'all in the rush to push it out, because, hey, people are dying. People are in pain. I feel that. I want these people to be cured and healthy as well. But rushing out something that has no guarantee of even working, and the side effects, That's not the way that you save this. The way that you save this was being prepared from the jump. Instead of cutting the costs, cutting the budgets for these things, and actually doing things for years ahead of time, that's where this should have worked out. That's where this would have worked out. But instead, the powers that be wanted Trump in office, and that's what he did. And keep in mind, I did not vote. Like, people want to make it seem like, oh, you didn't vote, so therefore a vote because you didn't vote was a vote for Trump. Nah. Like, if Hillary Clinton would have stood for black people like we all wanted her to do, we had no problem voting for her. But we didn't. But because Hillary Clinton and these Democrats do not want to support black people as a whole, it opened up the door for a pandemic to happen as we see it. This is all their fault as it comes down to they will do anything to prevent the success of black people, if that even means allowing a pandemic to happen. And how am I to stop that? Like, real talk. Like, if you are willing to burn down the world just so that you don't have to give any power to black people, how can if you are willing to accept a pandemic because you don't want to do anything for black people, if you are willing to do all of this just to spite black people, how can, like, it's never going to get better. The core bottom difference, the core bottom of all of this is you're not doing the core issue. They keep cutting me off, bro. But the core issue at hand is you will not do anything for black people. When you fix that, a thing like a pandemic won't happen. Things like all these racial killings, things like all of this, they won't happen. If you just do what's right for the one time in your life. But because you won't do that, you want me to save you by getting the jab. A jab that is proven not to work. Like, we gonna have to endure this. And I'm going to live through, because if we don't endure it now, it's going to get worse in the future. If we don't fight for it now, what's going to stop this from getting that much worse for my nephews, for my children when I eventually have some? Like, we have to combat this and fight this now. But everybody being so scared is really what's killing me. But it's about that time. Anybody who's listening, send your question in, man, and I will answer them. But for now, I'm going to do a quick training. By the time that I get back to this corner, if there's no questions, I'm going to jump in online. Man, I got the hiccups. Oh yeah. Before I go, because this was like the headline title. What new albums are you excited for tonight, or what new music are you excited for, brother? We got that Isaiah Rashad that's coming out, which I think that could be potentially good. I think there could be a potentially 1 or 2 good songs up on there. What up, Lucky? Oh yeah, the Dave East did come out, didn't it? I'm gonna have to peep that Dave East. I'm definitely gonna have to peep that Dave. The new Silk Sonic song is allegedly coming out tonight. That what's it called? Summertime Jam, I believe is the name of it. Now that is actually really interesting for me. Like, I want to hear what Silk Sonic got, because they're taking their sweet time, and that's what I wanted. But I'm hoping that it's good. Please, God, let it be good. The new Logic album is coming out tonight for all of those who said that he was retired. Or mixtape album, it doesn't matter however you want to classify it. But I honestly think a good 1 or 2 songs can come from that Logic album. It's funny because his fans, to be real with you, but mostly I think Logic is still talented. He doesn't have to be lyrical to deliver quality music. He can deliver one. Like, I am solidly looking for 1 to 4 good songs to come out tonight as a whole, you feel me? Shit. $500 damage. Even though that's like the most improbable combo, like that'll never happen in a real match, but 500 damage is pretty good. But let's check these comments before we jump online. I'll give that Isaiah Rashad a listen. Yeah, I just never found him interesting. Now, I feel you on that. Like, Isaiah Rashad was always overhyped. And it was because of the whole TDE hype train. Like, everybody who loved Kendrick Lamar wanted to say everybody involved in TDE was going to be classic. From Black Hippie, who never released the album, still waiting on that. All the individuals in Black Hippie, all of their albums were lackluster. Isaiah Rashad was throughout his career. Like, I would never say that he was bad. I would say that he was alright his entire career so far. Maybe this album could help him break through because it's been a minute. Like, hopefully he's been hard at work, but who knows? Logic, I never ever paid attention to this project like that, to be honest. I feel you. Like, the thing about Logic, you just gotta get into the flow and the production and his delivery. If that's all you looking for out of Logic, then you're going to find some good music. You can't overthink it. You can't go deeper than that. I didn't even know that Nas is dropping next week. It doesn't shock me because he's been like dropping a whole bunch of like unreleased projects. Is it like another Lost Tapes? But it probably won't be named Lost Tapes because everything that he's dropped leading up to this point has been all. It has been all unreleased projects. You feel me? That's what we're gonna have. Like, I'm not gonna say J-Rock stuff was bad. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't the hype that everybody wanted it to be. Like, if people just allowed TDE to be TDE and not put the Kendrick Lamar best rapper in the game and his group highlights on top of it, then I think they all would have shined individually in their own right. But the problem is the fan base was a pole jock. The fan base was a pole jocking fan base was as a whole. It's King's disease too. Huh. Interesting. Now keep in mind I wasn't a huge King's disease fan. Like I did keep all bad. I did keep all bad with Anderson .Paak. And I kept one other song off that project. I think it was one of the more better Nas projects to come out as of late. But I don't think it was best album. I don't think it deserved to win a Grammy Award. I don't think it was better than, because if he won a Grammy Award with this, therefore King's Disease must have been better than Stillmatic, right? No. Nas is all but washed up too. And I love Nas, but the game has moved on. And all the music that he's been dropping leading up to it hasn't intrigued me at all. King's Disease 1 wasn't that amazing, but it had some moments. So I'm hoping that it could give me 2 songs. Give me 2 to 4 songs, Nas, and I will be happy. Oh, I'll be happy. But that's it for the questions, brother. I'm about to cut up the game audio and I'm about to get it in. Now, hopefully it's not too loud that it'll start to clip. Well, my microphone, it won't allow it to clip. You said you didn't even revisit that King's Disease album after the first listen. I feel you. But, like, that song with Anderson .Paak was good, though. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't as good as some of his earlier work. Not even the classic material. Like, God damn it, Honda. Well, if you remember Life's Good, like the best song from Life's Good was better than all the best songs from King's Disease. But time to focus.
North America.
Round 1. Fight!
Shit.
You out! The sky! Round 2. Fight! You win! Round 1. Fight! Round 2. Fight! Final round. Fight!
Oh, are you kidding me? It's come on, dude.
Round one. Fight! Round two. Fight! Final round. Fight! You lose.
Nothing's worse than losing like that when you dominated it. Like, he did adapt, but that was a frustrating loss, man.
Another fight is coming your way.
Well,
Round one. Fight!
심폭격!
Round two. Fight!
Whoa.
You lose.
There you run like a chump.
Another fight is coming your way.
You are currently ranked in the top 50,000 in the world.
Round one. Fight! Round two. Fight! Round one. Fight!
それそれ波動拳 That will work. That will work. Right there. Sorry, sorry. Hey, take it out. That will work. Sorry, sorry. Whew, that was a bit close.
Round two. Fight!
Take it out. Sorry. Take it out. Oh, yes.
You win!
That guy was clearly training to do something in particular. That wasn't his best shot. But I beat him. I take it. We take those, as Brian F. would say.
Ranked in the top 10,000 in North America.
Uh-oh.
Round one. Fight!
Sorry, sorry. Sorry, sorry. That will work.
Round two. Fight!
Sorry, sorry.
Final round. Fight. You win. Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight.
Fuck.
Final round. Fight. Perfect KO. You win.
Not trying to jinx anything, but I might be able to make super platinum. I'm feeling good. We only an hour in.
Another fight is coming your way.
Win this battle, and you'll have a 5-win streak in ranked match.
Round one. Fight!
I shouldn't have went with fireball.
Fight!
What? What?
Final round. Fight!
Come the fuck on. I
You
blew
lose.
my meter too soon. I let this guy be.
Round one. Fight!
see that. It went right through his legs.
That will work. Straight through. Now. Sorry, sorry. What the? Hado? Sorry. Hado? Hado?
Round 2. Fight.
Sorry, sorry. Shimpo. Shimpo.
Shit!
That will work. Sorry, sorry. Easy. That will work.
I just played bad. All he's doing is mashing jab.
You lose. Another fight is coming your way.
You are currently ranked in the top 10,000 in North America.
Round 1. Fight.
That will work.
God damn it! Kiss my ass.
You lose. Round one. Fight! Get round two. Fight! You win! Round one. Fight!
Fuck!
Round two. Fight!
punch. Oh my god, I had him.
Final round. Fight.
Like that. You win! May have overestimated the amount of time that I have to be online.
You are currently ranked in the top 10,000 in North America.
Round one. Fight! One hit! Round two. Fight! Round one. Fight!
No holding me back! See? Easy! That will work!
One hit!
Why is his grab range so good? Shit!
Round two. Fight! You win! Round one. Fight!
No holding me!
Round two. Fight! Final round. Fight!
Shit!
Ace in the hole! This is... Kamigashimata! Good Santis!
Yeah.
Fuck you up!
That was frustrating.
You lose. Another fight is coming your way.
You are currently ranked in the top 50,000 in the world.
Round one. Fight! Round two. Fight!
Oh my god. One more like that and I'm taking a break because this is bullshit.
You lose.
Run, Forrest, run!
10,000 in North America.
Desk work just isn't my...
Round one. Fight!
Dragon punch.
Believe it or not, I'm pretty busy.
Dragon punch, not fireball. God damn it. God damn it.
Jeez, you...
Round two. Fight!
Go! Tornado! Go! Tornado! Tornado! Go! 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 Too bad! Watch out! Go! Tornado! Go! Go! Tornado! Sweet! Got it! Play ball! Let's have some fun. Watch out! Swing!
Final round. Fight!
Got it! Tornado! Get ball! Watch out! Go! Believe it or not, I'm pretty busy. Get out of my face!
Fuck.
Sucker! I got it! Go!
You win! Round one. Fight!
Got it!
That won't work.
Got it! Go!
Easy.
Got it! Sweet!
Round 2. Fight!
Tornado! I got it!
Hadouken!
Tornado!
Hadouken!
Punch out!
That will work.
Sucker! Too bad! Play ball!
You win! Another fight is coming your way.
You are currently ranked in the top 50,000 in the world.
Harmony. That is the truth of what you must seek.
Round 1. Fight!
Cryokinesis!
Round 2. Fight!
Pyrokinesis! Pyrokinesis! Cryokinesis!
You win. Round one. Fight! Cryokinesis! Cryokinesis! Cryokinesis!
That will work. Easy. Hurry up.
Cryokinesis use!
That will work.
Cryokinesis scatter!
That will work. That will work.
Cryokinesis! This ice. Round two. Fight!
Tengo. Tengo Hado. Hado.
Submerge!
That will work. Sonic Sonic. Easy. That will work. Hurry up. Sonic Sonic. Sonic Sonic.
The curtain falls. Now sleep! Now sleep! On ice! Freeze up! Pyrokinesis!
Hey, hurry up. Sakura.
Final round. Fight!
Tengo. Tengo. Hey, hurry up. Sonic Sonic.
Pyrokinesis! Cryokinesis! Pyrokinesis! Pyrokinesis! Cryokinesis! Pyrokinesis! Cryokinesis! 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 You lose. Round one. Fight!
Sonic Sonic.
Pyrokinesis! Pyrokinesis! Beat the curtain falls! Now sleep! Useless! Freeze up! Pyrokinesis! KO! More than just... Round two. Fight! Cryokinesis! Pyrokinesis! Pyrokinesis! Useless! Beat the curtain falls! On ice! Freeze up! Now sleep!
Time to return to harmony. Terrific win! Welcome to your death. It is final round. Fight!
You win. Round one. Fight! Round two. Fight!
Yeah, my focus wasn't in on that one. One more match like that and I'm done. Been online for 2 hours now.
Round one. Fight!
Kick off! Obvious. Take. Yeah. Take. Kick off him. Hey. Kick off him. Get ready. Kick off him. Yeah. Kick off him now. Hey, stop. Yeah. What the fire? Kick off him.
I'm just not playing this guy well. Like, I'm playing with my hands tied behind my back. And
Round
those
two.
look.
Fight!
Fuck! That's fine. Okay, I'm taking a break.
You lose.
My focus isn't in it right now. But this was a good session though. This was a pretty good 2-hour session. But oh yeah, hey! Did you make it to the end? I know not many people actually do. But if you did, go ahead, put a like on there. Subscribe. I pretty much stream this as many days as I can because I'm training to be the best. Probably not on weekends because I be working weekends, but any day that I can slide off and do some streaming, do some training, I do it. Plus, we talk about music mostly because this is a music channel. Go ahead and follow your boy. Y'all be easy.